Councillor DeBoe sends her regrets. So, we have the Safety, Security and Health Committee agenda before us. Are there any changes to it? Okay, 10C is not, should not be on the agenda because there will be no revenue expense report for this month, so.
That's why I couldn't find it.
Sorry.
There you go. All right. All right, there's nothing else. Need an approval for the agenda. John?
Second that.
Linda? Anybody opposed to it? If not, it's carried. The declaration of pecuniary interest? Hearing none. We have the minutes, December the 16th. Any errors, omissions, to discuss on those minutes? Motion to accept those minutes?
I will do that.
Linda?
Yes.
Richard?
Richard? Anybody opposed?
I have one question,
Oh, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman. It says that the discussion took place regarding the upcoming training for the Central Manitoulin Fire Department volunteers and the next step to achieve the firefighting 2 designation for in 2026. Anything further on that, Phil?
Yes, there is. We kind of, for my last report that we didn't have, it talks about a bit, and I'll do an update on that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, anybody opposed to accepting that, those minutes? It is carried. No delegations, no old business, doesn't look like there's any new business either. What are we doing there? Correspondence? Manitoulin Sub-District Services Board. Motion, put those on the table.
I'll make a motion to accept that report, Mr. Chairman.
John will second that.
John. Discussion on that?
It just seems that, it's not getting any better, it's getting worse. Unfortunate, but. Housing them. For those that, need it.
Certainly when you read reports like, homelessness here in the north is up by 37%. You know, it's not escaping us by any means.
Does anyone here know anyone homeless in our area, in our municipality?
Yes,
Who did they?
I found out by accident. I said to them, I don't know anybody homeless. And they said, I'm homeless.
Oh, really?
So it's there.
Well,
Few families that are living with friends and family because they just can't find anything they can afford. The prices have gotten so high, and I know of one family in the West End that actually just had to give, they couldn't afford their house anymore with the payments, the new mortgage payments and taxes, and they had to leave. Now they're living with family. So it's something that I'd like to know with these numbers, how many of these people were just put out of their homes because they couldn't afford them. Even with us looking at, the municipal expenses and everything else and how much we have to put up taxes and that. When you keep putting up taxes, but nobody's old age pensions and stuff like that go up, how close are they? So it paints a bleak picture
sure does.
in our country, which used to be pretty prosperous and now it looks pretty bleak, in my opinion.
Is there any help now, any kind of grant, government grants or anything to help build housing, do you know?
Well, the federal government has said that they're supposed to be coming out with all kinds of housing projects, but best I've seen that all they've done is opened up an office. Are studying it, but I don't think there's really anything going on. Even I was talking with one of our developers here in town, and he said it's just not worth it to invest the money in it at the moment. And he has quite a bit of development in this town, and he said it's just not there. The profit margins are so bad.
Just adding to what Councilor Stevens is speaking to, when we talk about the private developer or builder in town or anywhere, when it comes to either income housing or housing for the homeless, there's no money in it for them, period. So the rules of renting or leasing have changed a bit, which makes it a little easier for the owner of a building or an apartment to evict somebody. So that's changed to the betterment, because they're pretty strict. It was pretty hard, and still is pretty hard to evict or remove somebody from your apartment if they're not paying their bill. But speaking to that, it only leaves government to be able to afford, to be able to provide a place for these homeless. So that's the road it's going. That's unfortunate, but yeah. We're doing something here on the island, but not enough.
Can I ask a question? Is there anywhere in it, thinking of for safety? Is there any number of how many people are relocating to the island from somewhere else, being homeless? For example, like from Toronto or somebody coming here? Or is it coming from outside, or is it people here that are homeless? Is that?
I myself personally, I think it's people that are here that are just ending up homeless. Either are lost their homes to rent or apartments, or like I say, I know of a couple that lost their homes. Just they couldn't afford them anymore. So, but you talk about the difference between the north and the south. My son was living in Sudbury and making $30 an hour, and he runs the parts departments for dealerships, and he's since moved south. The exact same job down south, he's making $50 an hour. So there's such a difference in wage between the north and the south, but not in living expense. Apartments or homes to rent, they're both the same. A lot different to buy, but with the rent controls and that, like it's the same prices. So just not as much money in the north.
If you even read the first, if you read the first page of this report, it's pretty bleak.
It is.
It's gone from 5,000 to 8,000 people homeless. There is no, like it says, report comes to homes in Northern Ontario is increasing, shaped by structural housing shortages. So it's like a vicious circle. We don't have the housing, but we don't have the jobs either. So, and like just throwing money at this thing is not going to be the cure. There's got to be a long-term approach and like planning on it, like everything else. And I don't think we're in a position to start that kind of planning. Just seems the governments like to throw money at it and hopefully something sticks. So,
Something like,
you look at the numbers.
something like that would be a good item to have on the agenda for a Phenom conference.
It is on there.
Yeah, it's usually a
Yeah.
phenomenon.
Yeah, Phenom issued a statement too. Anyway,
Can't solve
anybody else
it.
got anything to say about it?
Just that, Mr. Chairman, we have to recognize that this isn't a municipal responsibility. It really belongs to district services, and we can certainly express our concerns to them who are supposed to be carrying the flag of solving this problem. And they are building, when they built in Little Current, they're building this. We're trying.
So they're asking for, they're not asking for anything in this, letter from, a call for coordinated housing-led action. Well, they're not asking for support or anything right now, I don't think, so we're just gonna accept this for information. And we have Richard making that, motion, John seconded, anybody opposed to it, there's no other discussion on it. It was carried. Okay, and then we have email correspondence urging provincial action on mental health, mental health and addictions. Comments on that? Motion to accept this for information then.
It's a lot the same though, the alarming homeless rate.
I'll give you that motion.
Thanks, John. Seconded,
Supplement.
Linda, thank you. Any other discussion on it? Motion, anybody opposed to it? And it was carried. All right, then we have the unapproved minutes. Thursday, January 15th, of the Public Health Sudbury and District. Their meeting, I guess. Any questions on that? Motion to accept it.
I see that they're going to be raising their fees for their inspections and that for septic systems.
I thought they were not doing those anymore.
Well, I don't know, it says that they're gonna raise their fees for it, so.
Wow.
They are responsible for unincorporated territories and that for water systems and that there, so,
I actually saw a health director here today.
yeah. And I'd really like to understand what their January 25th, they have a meeting on unlearning. Was that a liberal thing? Yeah, unlearn everything, history, everything else, I'm not sure, but.
All right.
Do we have a motion for that?
No, I haven't gone that far yet. We have a motion to let this report for information or this.
John, give you that.
Seconder. Richard, thank you. Anybody opposed to it? That's carried. All right, the next one is the Police Service Board, Training Communications Team Sector Development, Independent Oversight Review. If everybody's read that, and everybody has kept abreast of what's going on in the news lately.
Enlighten me, since you sit on the middle.
I got the same one. What's there?
Oh,
Okay, so.
A whole pile of charges were laid in Toronto.
how does that relate to us up here?
Well, I think it's an oversight committee to study, policing and corruption effects maybe in all jurisdictions.
Actually, it is. Well, with the last email I got is that they are going to be, looking at all police services.
Yeah,
Is it not the police that are looking into it?
I'm not going there.
Supposed to be an
I am not going
independent.
there. Okay? Supposed to be an independent. I'll probably hear more about it in the next meeting, but, as it stands right now, it doesn't look good.
You know, if I read it correctly, it even pushes the idea of even political agendas by individuals, which we have to be aware of. So it actually speaks to that, so. And
Yeah, so basically in this, for your information thing, is like this sort of, be nice to the police thing so far.
Well, I could say so much, but I'm not going to.
Oh, I welcome your thoughts.
Oh, no, you don't.
And yeah, has anybody else got any?
Well, I think, Mr. Chairman, it's like anything else, any organization and any association is, you have one or two bad apples, and that's the ones you hear about. Don't hear about all the other dozens and dozens that do their job diligently and in good conscience.
Almost guarantee that whatever comes out of this, out of this committee oversight will only cost us more money.
Exactly.
Guaranteed. It's what happened with the fire departments when, the association was developed with the, retired full-time firefighters and insurance companies got together and started changing all the codes and regulations and everything, and started all the training that Phil's guys have to take now, because they got in cahoots with the Solicitor General. And now it's just gone crazy with the exact same training that they've done for years, but now they have to be certified and tested and the whole 9 yards. And it was just so that places made money basically, and causes firefighters an awful lot of work. So, but that's what comes out of inside committees. So there you go.
even the rent part of that fire hall, or sort of getting some income from it.
Anybody else got any, questions or comments on this? If not, a motion to accept for information.
John, would you do that, Mr.
John,
Chair?
seconder, Richard? Anybody opposed to it? It's carried. Next, we have the fire chief's report.
That would be me.
Yeah.
So everybody's got my report from January 16th. I'm still gonna say good afternoon and happy new year to everyone. So it's probably self-explanatory to answer your question, Mr. Mayor, about the update on the training. We are moved away from doing firefighter 2. And in this letter, there's a new course that has exterior attack. Since January 16th, when I wrote this, in less than a week, I will have all 20 of the firefighters completed the course online. So far, everybody has passed the online course, which is the 40 hours online course. Everybody likes it. I love it because it makes people open up a book. To do this course, you have to open up the books that we have and read. So it's good. There is a tentative dates, late March, early April that they are going to be coming up. Ontario Fire College to assess us. Before they do the exam and evaluating, there's 4 days of hands-on training to make sure that you know how to climb a ladder, you know how to put on BAs. There was 4 full days of training, and then the exam and the evaluation of our skills at the end. So that's coming up. There's no date set. We're not the only fire department that is trying to get them up before the July, but Ontario Fire College has been working very well with me so far, and they've pushed 20 of my guys through it. It's doing good. And as you can see, we still are complying to our bylaw. And then other parts of it, we you know, a lot of work to do, CPR and first aid we have to do this year. Minik Shaw does it, with us at our fire hall, so she tries to fit it in during our training night. And it'd be like a couple training nights, and so, you know, everybody will get recertified. And that is a requirement under our bylaw that we have to have CPR first aid. And it's good too. I guess I just say, the very last sentence, it's a lot of work, but my guys are committed. They've put in forth the effort. Like I've told them many times, and I'll say here, I'm not a fire department of one. I need every single firefighter. Cause, you know, that's what makes us a fire department. So, that's my report.
So how many members do you have in your fire department?
I have 25 approximately.
So you haven't lost that many, then, eh?
Uh, I have new people. Just over a year ago, I had 32 people.
Yeah.
I probably lost 6, 7 different reasons, and then I've got 4 or 5 people back. Right, so yeah, it's always fluctuating. It's all up and down. I'm still grateful. I have over 20. Little Kern's got 11. And yeah, so I'm grateful. I'm glad these my guys. Our last practice, I said I'm so grateful you guys are hanging around because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Like Councilor Derek Stevens saying a lot of extra work put on us. We know how to put out fires. We know how to do it. It's just that to do the paperwork. And fire college wants you to say the right words when you're doing the skills. You may show, but you need to say the right thing, and that's the hard part is making sure you follow through what they want you to say. And so it's a lot of work. I'm grateful my guys are putting forth the effort. Not everybody is going to be doing the exterior. Not everybody does go into the fire or go into the hot zone. I'm making a new they'll come out in the next few months, a new position, so we can keep them on, because some of those guys have got 20 years on them, and we don't need to lose them. So there's going to be a new position I'm creating with the help of our fire marshals in Sudbury. She's helping me to write it up, and it's nothing out of the normal. It's been done. So we are still going to keep as many people as we can, make accommodations so we don't lose anyone, because a body is a body.
Derek?
That 40-hour course, what is the average commitment that a firefighter is going to take to do it, like days wise? Because they're just not going to sit at a computer for 40. What's your average?
It took me 40.
Okay, but your average firefighter, I mean, they have jobs and families and the whole 9 yards.
When you went online, this is a new course for us, and it's a brand new course. It's like 6, 7 months. They were very specific. If you do about 4 hours a week, you can get it done in a month. In a month. And so this course, I took it with the guys. This past month, it started January 12th, and the last day, I'm actually done. I finished it a couple of weeks ago, but it started January 12th, and you have till February 23rd to hand in. There's 29 lessons and assignments you have to hand in. So, they tell you if you do at least 4 hours a week, you can get it done in a month. Some people, on their days off, they'll crack in 8 hours, stuff like that. And that's what I did. On the weekends, I did stuff like that. But the average person, it took me right around 40 hours. Even though I worked hard, it still took me 40 hours.
Okay.
I'm old school. I read it, I write it, I say it. That's, so.
And there are 5-day class that's coming up. I know that there was a problem in Little Kurt that they actually couldn't complete one thing because all their uniforms and that were out of date, and the fire marshal's office wouldn't allow them to even complete any of the training.
They got caught.
Yeah, is all of our equipment up to date for our guys? So when they show up, we are good to go?
I've got on order, my capital of this year, it's just the stuff I need to be compliant, what we are talking about is, your bunker gear, it has to be within a certain amount of years. If it's out of date, you're not allowed to use it. So, bunker gear can't be more than 15 years old. And, I've got 5 new bunker gear, so everybody on my department is compliant, meaning they are allowed to. Helmets are out of date. If they're over 10 years old, you have to get a new one. So my capital this year, it's been broken down. I need 10 boots, 15 sets of gloves, some balaclavas. I need some BAs. BAs are the breathing at the backpack. So that's what I concentrated on this year. Going forward, that's not the end of it. We have to keep up now. They are getting more stringent with the training, but they're getting more stringent with make sure your gloves are not out of date. So we have to check on a regular basis or even not ripped, right? So that, we have to be more diligent, which we are. I've been pretty good. We buy balaclavas, they go worn out, we get new boots. So it's going to be tougher because of what happened in the current. Not that it's their fault, but it opened up the door that the fire marshal will be looking at it more.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, because we have 20 guys that are going to be certified between now and July, I would hope. Do we have the equipment in place that those 20 guys will be able to be trained and signed off?
I'm ordering the stuff tomorrow. I got the okay to purchase it for my capital,
Okay,
and so the stuff is getting ordered tomorrow.
okay, because I just don't want them to show up and then we can't complete.
This is, that's why I'm having to push my suppliers, they understand the push and they're, most of the stuff is in stock in their warehouse and they're gonna be, since this happened in low current, I've been online with the suppliers. And so I told them, I said, we need to make sure we have everything we need because I don't want it to happen here.
Okay, all right. I'm hoping that it'll all work out for you then.
So after all this training, Phil, is there any refresher courses for these guys coming along over the years to come?
To renew your driver's license every 5 years?
Well, they're sitting, they're doing 40 hours worth of study. Next year, is there a refresher?
So as far as firefighters, you do not need a refresher course to recertify your exterior attack or firefighter one, because you took the course, took the exam, now you have the experience and it's an ongoing thing, like we practice every week, so it's not like you don't do it again. So they take into account that you're gonna use your knowledge and your experience and keep learning. So you don't have to recertify it to be an exterior. So once you're an exterior firefighter or firefighter one, that's it.
Okay, so the only possible thing that might come along are new members of your.
And that going forward, we're looking at for ways to make it more affordable, but yeah, going forward, new members, they have so many months to become certified. And that's, but that doesn't stop our training. In my report, it says there's more. Auto X, auto extrication, hazardous materials we need to do. Fire instructor, fires. There are more courses, but this gets us compliant for July.
But if I may, Mr. Chair, John, that being said, I was on the fire department for 20 years. And I've been here for about 25 or whatever. And in that time, what you need to qualify to be a firefighter has changed 5 times.
Yes.
So yes, it's nice to say we will be all compliant and covered. But then that group I was talking about before decides, oh, no. Now all the guys have to be recertified to this because they'll change the book or change a reg or something there. And that's when it starts costing municipalities money.
You're saying it could change.
Boy, they will change it within 10 years.
Yeah.
They'll change it all again. And that's what happens with the guys and they get burnt out because they go, I already did this. Like, why do I have to keep doing this? And then Phil knows, he's heard it from the guys, but they have to go through the whole thing again, which costs us money. This training that Phil's doing now is costing us a significant amount of money. And the next training will be more.
Yep.
Just, so, yeah, they don't need to, they just, keep up with their skills and their practices and that. But within 10 years, everybody will go, the government will go, no, it's changing.
Yeah, Richard.
Well, that isn't unusual for any profession, really. We'll end up taking more courses and things change and systems change and new ideas come in and new systems of operation come in. So it's an ongoing thing that we all have to appreciate.
Yeah, the hard part about it is there's only so many ways to put a uniform on. There's only so many ways to drive the truck. There's only so many ways to run the pumper. Like, that stuff never changed. It just, some guy could come up with another idea, that's all.
Anything else? Thank you, Phil. Keep up the good work. Motion to accept those reports.
I'll give you the
John?
Sure.
I'll second that.
Linda? Anybody opposed to it? Okay,
Yeah, no.
that's carried. All right. Animal control reports. I guess there's one for December and one for January. How did capture dogs or something here? Or? Let me see. December. One dog. Dog. Anybody have any remarks on these two reports? I need a motion to accept those reports. Richard? Seconder? Linda? There is no financial business. I just need one more motion. Motion to adjourn. Linda? Seconder?
Jerry.
Richard? And we are adjourned.